Testing, testing. When do we go live?
I keep telling you, Jonah, this isn't live, it's recorded. So whatever we don't like or can't use, we can just edit out here in the booth. But try not to do that too much while we're recording. Just remember to use the script.
Script. Greetings and salutations, dear listeners. You've tuned into a monumental moment in major media history. So sit back and devote your undivided attention to the premiere episode of the Jonah Jameson podcast. And today we have with us a very special guest, an old friend who needs no introduction, the amazing Spider-Man.
Well, thanks for having.
But first, need a website? Try Circleface. Their drop-and-drag technology makes it easy for someone as old as me. Wait a second, I'm not reading the rest of that. It really is an honor to have you. I certainly understand how busy you are out there protecting the city, saving the world, acting as a role model to millions.
I'm just delighted to be here. If I weren't a guest, I'd be a listener. I gotta hand it to you, Jonah. It's really impressive what you've built here with threats and menaces almost overnight.
Oh, stop, you flatter me. I don't get it. I thought you said he's the perfect interviewer because he doesn't like anybody.
He doesn't. This is very unlike him.
Yeah, well, let's make for a pretty lousy podcast.
Just be patient. If I know these two, it won't be long before they're at each other's throats.
I have to admit, no, I never would have imagined we'd be sitting here, together, talking as friends, partners even.
Hey, you got that right, Jonah. I'm just glad you saw the light. I mean, it couldn't have been easy to admit that this thing you built your entire career, set your reputation on, turned out to be malarkey, poppycock? What's the word?
I suppose, but...
No, hey, don't misunderstand. It takes a big man to admit he was so spectacularly wrong. I admire it. It's just, when I think about all those years you spend bloviating, wasting gallons of ink on those bogus headlines, only to learn the truth? Come on. You gotta admit it's a little funny.
Well, possibly. But then, they weren't all bogus.
Okay, see? Now we're getting somewhere. What do you mean they weren't all bogus, Jonah? Come on. You spent years at the Daily Bugle running front page after front page, calling me a criminal, a supervillain. One time, I think you even called me worse than the Red Skull. I thought the whole point of doing this was to, set the record straight.
Well, yes. Yes, of course. Listeners, it's not easy for a journalistic titan such as myself to admit this, but there were some serious errors in our reporting back then. Spider-Man, you are a hero, and I will do everything in my power to let the world know that. Beginning with this new pod and hopefully continuing for many years to come. But...
Sorry, but...
Well, it's just... Back in those early days, you didn't exactly do much to quell the suspicions I had.
Okay, yeah, sure. I made some mistakes back then. I was a kid. But that's not the point. You're the one who turned the entire city against me. You're the one who made me your sworn enemy, which, by the way, was entirely in your own head.
Oh, was it? It was all just a one-sided affair, was it? Let me ask you something then. When I started writing those editorials, how did you respond? Did you reach out and try and start a dialogue? Did you offer me any evidence to refute them? Or did you insult me, antagonize me, even threaten me, repeatedly?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Rich! We're gonna be rich! Every minute those two spend arguing in podcast gold. This is better than Stern, and I have a feeling it's only gonna get worse. I mean, better.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to get webbing out of a mustache?
I can't believe you're trying to turn this around on me.
And I can't believe you won't take responsibility for your own part in all this.
Careful, JJJ.
Oh, but of course. No one dares question the amazing Spider-Man on his lack of personal responsibility, is that right? We all know only he and he alone carries that heavy burden.
What's that supposed to mean?
What do you think? Ever since the change in our relationship, I've offered my assistance to you countless times, only to be rebuffed, rejected.
Oh, like that stunt earlier today when you outed a classified mission.
To clear your name. You know, a lot of other superheroes out there would love to have a public relations genius like myself helping them.
Yeah, I'll ask around.
No, you won't. You know, that's one of the reasons I was so suspicious of you in the first place. The rest of them were parts of teams, families, schools. You were always out there on your own, keeping to yourself. If you ever did team up with anyone, you usually had to get into a fight with them first.
Oh, come on, the pre-Team Up fight is an institution. Besides, I did join the Avengers, remember?
Years later. And then they fired you.
I told you that was Dr. Octopus.
Right. It wasn't really you. Sometimes the rest of us could figure out sooner if you communicated better with everyone. Anyone. But no, you always have to go it alone. And you pretend it's because you don't want to put people in danger. But I think the truth is you're just too arrogant to listen to anyone else.
Arrogant? Oh, that's rich coming from you. Maybe I would have had a support network if you hadn't made me a public pariah the week I put a costume on.
Oh, sure, it's all Jonah's fault. Well, what about now, smart guy?
Huh?
There's nobody writing mean things about you anymore. Heck, I'm all over the airwaves. Oh, the castaways, or whatever these are, singing your praises. All the other heroes, they get parades, statues, but you... Still nobody knows what to make of you. Heck, the Kingpin was able to convince half of them you were his crony without one word from me. So tell me, what's your big excuse now?
Excuse? Are you kidding me? What's your excuse? You are a lousy publisher, and even worse mayor, and I have not once seen you tip.
You want to attack me? Fine, I can take it. Unlike you, who spent years whining and crying about a little bad press. Here's an idea. If you want the public to like you, maybe knock it off with all the jokes. You think Captain America needs a laugh track to do his job? And another thing. The webs. They're everywhere. They're eating up half the blocks of Manhattan. You say they dissolve in an hour? You should ask the janitors in this city.
Stop.
Oh, you threatening me now? I'm not afraid of you, you whipped me. Whoa, is he about to?
Oh God, please, please, fight! But no, even if I might want to. Nothing could ever be that simple with me and Jonah. But then, if this is the end of our burgeoning partnership, no one can say I didn't give it a chance.